Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively, and I know these don't match, but when I have team events, I try to do like across from table, so you kind of use the same product making two different projects. So this one, they were across from each other and they used watercolor pencils, they used your basic beige. So I'll show you what they did. Christmas Friends, Shepherd's Care. So here's my little chubby owl with that pretty new design with this new specialty paper, basic beige, watercolor pencils. Here's the Shepherd, basic beige, watercolor pencils. We did some embossing, but I'll show you how I did these. Okay, I'm going to do my little owl friend first. So, Christmas Friends, it has some really good dies. It has a big circle, cuts out all the images, bow ties, a word bubble. These are to be cut out for presents, and then here's the ribbons that go on them. Some cute little pine boughs, some music notes, and some stars. I have plans with this because I think it's so cute. So we use the chubby owl, and I cut out a circle out of my basic beige. So what I did was originally we were both going to do the same colors, and I cut him out in that color. I didn't like him as well in that color as I did on a piece of white. So you can see that's how I started, but then I needed him like this. Okay, so I've got my circle out of my basic beige, and now I'm going to take my, okay, I've got my stamps. I went and stamped with friends, and I thought I'd unpacked everything, but my stamps are still in my handy dandy paper pumpkin case, because that's how we travel, carrying that stuff around, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to put my owl words across the bottom. I will be thinking of you this season. Then I'm going to do my trees. There's a speck on my circle that may have been part of the delicious lunch we had yesterday. I'll cover it up with a snowflake here in a minute, and it'll be fine. But when I get together with my stamp friends, we eat so well. We all make different things, and they all collaborate very well together, and it was delicious. Okay, so I have lots of pencils out here. I'm not going to use them all for the owl, but these are for the two projects. So I'm going to go down the center of my trees with some brown. This is Cajun Craze, actually. Then I've got my little chubby owl over here. He's so cute. So when we get together, I brought this owl because I used it at a team meeting, and then they each have projects they work on, and then we trade. So it's nice. I got lots of samples from sets I don't have. So that's one of my favorite things about getting together with my friends is we create and share. This is espresso, which, I mean, is kind of in the definition of what Stampin' Up! Is. And we laugh and we share life, because it's hard. If you have aging parents, I'm right there with you. And there's just a lot going on. My 33-year-old is sick. Mama don't like that. So there was a lot of life that we worked on solving yesterday. Now, I'm not sure we solved anything, but it just feels better to talk about it with a friend. Got a little, doesn't say. I'm pretty sure it's Granny Apple. I love the watercolor pencils for things like this. And this is Old Olive. I know that for sure because it says. Now, yesterday, when we were together and at my team meeting, I colored this with, when I was done, a Wink of Stella. I'm going to do it a little bit different today, and you can tell me which one you like better. So I just hit all of those with a little Old Olive. I'm going to do a little bit of orange feet, a yellow beak. Oh, you know what? I didn't do this before, but I may do that this time. I may put a little rosy cheek right there. I've got a red. This is Cherry Cobbler, Santa hat. Okay, done. So like I told you yesterday, I colored them with Wink of Stella. Today, I'm going to use my glycerin that has the Wink of Stella. Make sure this has no color in it. Maybe a little. I'll get a different brush. Wipe this out. I was dipping it in some my glycerin in some color and making fall leaves. So this is glycerin and it has Wink of Stella in it. So when I go over things, it makes beautiful. My ratio is just however much Wink of Stella you want to put in your bottle. This one has a couple of good squirts. So that's going to blend my colors. And so you can see that has shine all over the front. It's going to dry. It's going to be fine. I'm going to blend my owl. See if I can get him to do what I want him to do, doing him this way. Oh, yeah, he's cooperating quite well. So I've blended his colors. If I want to go back with my Wink of Stella and just blend it a little bit better, I can go right over the top. The glycerin, when you work with the glycerin, it makes your hands super soft. But I do it on a silicone mat just because it is a little bit messy. Okay, so this is going to dry. I'm going to finish putting my card together. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to go die cut this guy. I'll be right back. Okay, so our friend got cut out. I'm going to put him on. I'll move this out of the way. Put him on with some dimensionals. You know, sometimes I bring a die cut machine in here and die cut right here, but my die cut machine's not on my workstation. It's behind me. Sometimes I'll bring it over here so you can see me die cut. Oh, not today. There's too much stuff on my desk. So I just had to pause it and run off. So there he is on there. I'm going to add, this is the pearlized enamel effects. And that's going to be his pretty white hat. And this just takes a minute to dry. And I'm going to put a couple of dots on here where I'm going to add snowflakes. That food dot just got covered up. We like to eat. I mean, it's not a bad trait to get together with friends and share food. I've learned a lot from them over the years about different kinds of food. We had some pastries yesterday, asparagus salad that my husband wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. It was so good. These are those cute little snowflakes that are in the mini, and I love them. I would, you know how sometimes you open this and they go everywhere and it's a hot mess? No, these are really cute. I used them with my team and everybody was like, oh, those are better than what I thought, which is always the goal. Okay, so the DSP that I'm using for this is the I had to find it in my pile. I told you I'm a little piley. It's this one. And it is called Season of Elegance specialty paper. These are all the colors it comes in. It comes in 4 colors. And they all have that sheen to them. They all have the gold in it. So when I did this card, they all had their choice of what color they wanted. And I liked it on all of them. As you can see, let's move this guy over here. It looks good on the green. It looks good on the red. I liked it on the blue. Move this all out of the way. And I'm going to do this one in the beige because I liked it too. It's a pretty paper. It's just going to go with a lot of stuff. So I'm going to put this down. And we like this side too. But how could you not put it on gold? The gold side. Then I'm going to hold this up here so you can see the sheen. Can you see the sheen all over? See how it just makes it look a little bit different? It darkened it a little bit. It's got that Wink of Stella shimmer all over the front. It never shows up as pretty on camera as it really is. So you'll just have to try it or come to my house and play with me. I like to have friends over to play. I got grandkids coming to play tonight. They're funny. We're going to have 3 of them tonight till tomorrow. Have a sleepover. We like it. It keeps Pappy and I on our toes. Okay, here we go. It's so cute. Okay, so that's one of the cards they did across from each other. Different but the same. So now I'm going to show you the Shephard. It doesn't come with any dies. It's just this Shepherd care. It says, praying that you will feel the Good Shepherd's care in this season and throughout the coming year. Peace on earth. It's got a little Bethlehem. Wonderful Counselor, Prince of Peace, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds, which is Psalms 147:3. So I used, so here it is, and I'll show you how I did it. First, I took my piece of pecan pie, and I first marked, this is the falling snow, and it stamps so different than I thought it would. When we stamped yesterday, one of my friends stamped it in pecan pie, as a matter of fact. And it was really pretty. It's got those real subtle snowflakes. You can barely see them. But it did what I wanted it to do. It put a little interest in the background. Now I'm going to Versamark my star. And I'm going to emboss it in the gold. We got new containers for our embossing powder. I don't know that the embossing powder is any different, but they're definitely packaged. So on this one, I only did the star up in the corner. This one, I'm going to do more. I don't want to necessarily do where the shepherd's going to be, but I'm going to kind of do a little bit more around it than what I did on the first one. We can't have both cards exactly the same. I'm going to go some, maybe a little bit more over there. Okay, I'm going to emboss my I love embossing. It was one of the first things, well, I embossed before I had a heat gun. I burned up our first toaster And then I did it in the oven. And then I got a heat gun. My husband supported the purchase of the heat gun. It was cheaper than the toaster. So I used to take, oh, pretty, isn't it? I used to take embossing powder to the elementary school, and we had a Versa marker back then, and I would have them write their name on like a black piece of cardstock, and then we would emboss it in silver. Oh my gosh, they thought I was amazing. Little did they know. But it was beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to take my Memento and put my Shephard on. This stamps so pretty. I'm going to put him right here. And I maybe could have masked or done something. He's got a star on his, I still like it. And then I tore the bottom off and put my words on here, on my, this is the basic beige. And I wanted the words on the bottom. So I like to have my people stamp their words, and if they don't rock, then they can tear the paper. If they rock, it all goes on. Because I have a group of rockers, right? So now I'm going to tear this across the bottom. And if I didn't leave myself enough room, so that's still a little tight, I'm going to trim a little bit off the top to make sure he fits on there. And you can see the words. So I'm just going to trim 1/4 of an inch off the top. Scientifically measured. Or not. Maybe a little bit more. You can always cut a little bit more off. It's a little bit harder to put it back on. Right? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, now we're going to color pencil him. Get rid of my mess. Are you guys messy stampers? I mean, I have friends that are really good at not making a mess. That is not necessarily me. So I'm going to put, I've got that grainy apple color. I'm going to put my grass across the bottom. Now, with the colored pencils, I can go in and color and then go in and blend, or I can leave it just the way it is. It doesn't require that I go back in and use any kind of medium to mix it. In fact, for the sheep, I don't really do a whole lot with them because it muted the white too much. I'm coloring them in, I did them in little circles, and I can feel a snowflake under there. Oh, I keep forgetting that leg. So I've colored my pretty sheep. Now I'm going to work on my Shepherd. So I made his belt. I don't know if that helps you or not. Bright blue. And his headband bright blue. Then I colored some blue in his robe. And then I went over it with, and that blue is a blue we don't have anymore. Do we have it? Let's see what this one is. This one says blue. That's how long I've had my colored pencils. Girls, I've done this a long time. Our friends, I've been And I never go through and check my colored pencils to see if we have the current color, because we have something close. So I'll have to look and see what blue, and there's the current one. This one's Coastal Cabana. That would work too. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So I've layered some gray, a brighter blue, the coastal, and then for his headdress, head covering, I guess I don't know the term for it. That's the espresso, and then the Cajun craze. Same thing I used on my little owl friend. So now here he is, all done. This one I went over with Wink of Stella. So I can go over this with Wink of Stella or leave him just the way he is. I think I really like him just like this. So I think I'm gonna be done with the coloring. I'm going to adhesive him on here. Put a little seal on the back. And then I used these embellishments that are, well, my piece of paper that tells me what they aren't right here, but they're beautiful. I like them because they're, I've got my pecan pie in there with some shimmer. I've got a green, a white, and then more of a beige. I don't know. I'll look them up. It's right here on a piece of paper in front of me. My husband came down here a few minutes ago, and he laughed because I'm working in, you know, a 10 by 10 area when I have a very large desk, but I had my team meeting on Tuesday. I stamped with friends yesterday. And so I have piles. And there is, I'm looking for one of these little sleeves that I keep my embellishments in with the name on it. It's right here. Right here. Oh. Boom, baby. I found it. See? It's Earth Tone Shimmer Gems. I found it. You know it was right here. All right, friends. Thanks for joining me. I hope you like these. You'll have to tell me. Again, I did the same thing with just a little bit different. So I have a Shephard that has glimmer on him, or he has more stars in the background. The snowflakes look like stars. So that's your two choices. And then the choices of the background. What do you think, friends? All right, have a great day, and I hope to stamp with you again soon. Bye.